After almost 4 months, Black Clover has finally returned, but this time with what I personally think is the best fight and chapter of the entire Jump Giga run. This chapter featured the highly anticipated Yami x Knacht x Ichika versus Paladin Morgan fight, and I can 100% say with certainty that Yuki freaking Tabata did not fumble. Not only did we get amazing moments and dialogue, but the art was nothing short of incredible. So in this video, I'll be giving my thoughts and review on the entire fight because it was such an amazing and emotional spectacle from beginning to end. This video will obviously contain spoilers for chapter 374 to 376, so you have been warned. The chapter began where we left off with Paladin Morgan flexing on Yami and also Ichika and Knacht pulling up to help him out. They both see what's going on with Yami, so Ichika goes to check on him, while Knacht tries to take on Paladin Morgan and the Lucius clone by himself, which isn't far off from his character since he's been borderline suicidal since his introduction. As Morgan and Knacht went at it, we finally got the long-awaited reunion between Ichika and Yami. Ichika immediately started tearing up, telling Yami that she finally understood why he did what he did to their dad and apologizing to him. Yami told her not to worry about it since he already asked Ryu to help him out. Then we see him pull out a pill. The same demon soul pill Ichika was given when she massacred their entire clan. It was said that no one in their entire clan could control its power, and that it doesn't just boost your killing impulse, it drives your physical ability to go berserk and lose your mind. In a last-ditch effort, Yami eats the pill. Just then, the Lucius clone pulls up behind Ichika to take her out for good, but we see Yami, who's the embodiment of pushing past one's limits, finally get his first ever transformation in the series. And I kid you not, he one-shots the Lucius clone while protecting Ichika. There are a few things I want to break down from this entire segment. First off, Lucius literally took all of Julius's credibility and thought nobody would notice. Like, bro, you are not on the team. Next is Yami one-shotting a Lucius clone, and honestly, there are 2 ways I can see him doing that. One is my theory that Lucius clones get weaker the more he multiplies, which is common in different media, and also that Yuno's Neverland buff and debuff is just that strong. My second reason is simply that Devil Horn Yami might just have that dog in him. Anyway, back to the chapters. This is where shit starts to hit the fan because we finally see why Morgan was always the strongest paladin. This dude started putting up prime LeBron James numbers. We go back a few minutes to right before Lucius left while Knacht and Morgan were fighting. And Knacht notices that it's actually Lucifugus controlling Morgan, the same devil Knacht tried to summon, which got Morgan killed in the process. Right away, Knacht pulls out another Devil Union transformation, but this time with 3, Gallus x Felus x Canis, and in a beautiful spread, we see they try to jump Knacht, but he's surprisingly holding his own. Morgan then tells Knacht he looks like he's hurting, blaming himself for what happened to his brother, and he literally off-screens him. Keep in mind, this dude Knacht had Asta's anti-magic, so that means Morgan literally beat the anti-magic out of this dude and kept it pushing like nothing happened. It was then stated by the Lucius clone that Morgan is stronger than both him and Yami. Switching back to Knacht, who's falling from the sky, he finally admits how he really feels, and as expected, he's conflicted, since he doesn't want to kill his brother again. Morgan fires a light beam at Knacht to finish him off, but as the absolute Chad he is, Yami once again saves the day by parrying the light beam away, basically telling Knacht, "Don't worry, lil bro, I got this," and starts clashing with Morgan. Now, here's the funniest part in the entire chapter, because we see Yami use Dimension Slash, which is the second strongest attack in the entire series, and I kid you not, Morgan literally just swallows it. I'm not joking. And after he did that, he smirks and fires 10 different light beams at Yami. Then we switch back to Knacht, who's crying, and big booty Ichika pulls up behind him, telling him that she's not like other shonen female characters who are damsels in distress. She goes on to help Yami, who's getting obliterated by Morgan. She uses Black Star by Yami to block all the light attacks, and we see an actual brother and sister combo spell since Fuegoleon wasn't doing anything. They used a combo spell called Black Heavens, which seems to be a mix of Dark Moon and Black Stars. After a while, we finally see Knacht locked in and dropping one of the hardest bars in the entire series. He said, "I'm sorry, I was trying to take the easy way out, telling myself that I can die at any time, but tears don't mark the end of sin." This is what we wanted, Tabata. After that, he used another Devil Union transformation, this time with all 4 of his devils, Gallus x Felis x Canis x Equus. And I can't lie, this transformation looked cool as hell. The next spread is when I felt bad for Studio Pierrot, because y'all are trying to tell me they have to animate this? I'm pouring honey on you, Yuki Tabata, cause this is straight up GOAT status. After this, everyone's pushed against the wall, but Morgan says he'll surpass them on his own. Then, in an amazing final spread, we see the narrator say, "The brighter the light, the deeper the shadow it casts." And we see Knacht sneaking up behind his brother, finishing him off for good, saying he'll shoulder this pain forever. This ending essentially shows Knacht has been living under Morgan's influence, feeling he must atone for his past by carrying Morgan's legacy instead of moving forward and finding his own path. Man, this is the Tabata I missed, because this is straight up peak. My overall thoughts on these chapters is that this fight isn't just a clash of power. It's a masterclass in character writing and emotional depth that showcases Tabata's genius in tying personal and thematic stakes together. With Yami, Knacht, and Ichika, Tabata dives deep into themes of regret, redemption, and family bonds. For Yami and Ichika, we see the culmination of years of unresolved tension. Their reunion and Yami's self-sacrifice show how he's driven by a sense of duty, not just to his comrades, but to his sister, a nod to his true character beneath the stoic exterior. Yami eating the demon's soul pill also epitomizes his resolve to protect, even when the odds are stacked against him, reinforcing his legacy as a captain who will do anything for his loved ones. Knacht's journey is one of remarkable growth. Haunted by guilt and grief, he reaches a new level of acceptance as he confronts Morgan. His line about not taking the easy way out by embracing death, but instead living with his sins, speaks to BlackClover's emphasis on facing one's inner darkness rather than being consumed by it. Tabata's balance of plot, emotional weight, and visual spectacle makes this fight one of the most impactful in the series. It pushes each character past their limits in a way that feels authentic, grounded in everything they've been through. This fight isn't just another showdown. It's a defining moment that reinforces why BlackClover is celebrated not just for its fights, but for its characters' resilience, growth, and connection. And because of that, I'm giving this fight and these chapters a 9.5 out of 10, and not only that, I also think this is without a doubt a top 5 best fight in the entire series. Thankfully, we only have to wait 2 months for another chapter in January, so we should expect to see one of 3 things: Paladins reviving, Black Bulls fighting, or Asta and Yuno approaching Lucius. Since it's the end of the volume, expect a huge cliffhanger. Anyways, that's all I wanted to yap about. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya!